Welcome back, guys. So, we're here to cover some stuff from this past month like we usually do. We're doing it in front of the camera this time, mixing it up a little bit. A couple of things. Last month, people got their panties in a wad because we covered real shit. So, you know what? This month, nothing but ghosts.
And most people were just complaining about us in general.
First up, coming out of Honduras, suggested by Damien John.
This looks a little bit like an alien, a little bit. A lot of people in the comments were saying this is probably a reflection, but I don't think it's a reflection because his camera's not facing any kind of reflective surface. So, logic. It does kind of look like a little bit like a reflection, but I don't think that's it. I think it's CGI. There's a little bit of clipping here. If you see, it kind of just pops in and out. And also the movement looks very CGI-like, as you can see from examples. If this is real, if this is like a reflection of how this alien ghost lived in life, then this is one paranoid motherfucker. And he's not very good at being paranoid because there's someone there filming him.
Yeah. He died like he lived. One paranoid son of a bitch. But no, I agree. Like, he doesn't look natural enough to me.
I think it's pretty well done because he gets it to stay in place when the camera moves. And that is really well done because that's kind of hard to do.
Hold on. I'm going to switch chairs because this one makes a lot of noise. All right. That other chair was a noisy motherfucker, so.
I'm going to give the Honduras Ghost a 4 out of 7.
I'm probably going to go with 3.5. Recording quality is terrible, but it's actually fairly well done. Just, it would be nicer if it was in higher quality, but then it would expose all the mistakes.
Yeah. Moving on. Ghosts in the Road. This video has literally like 16 views at the time of this recording. It might have I think it may be 20 now. But I feel
probably because of us rewatching.
While we rewatched it a couple times, we're the 4 views that added on. I think what sells it is this reaction. These people's reactions I feel is genuine. And you remember the Blackburn Ghost? That's one reason why we like the Blackburn Ghost so much, because that guy was freaking out. So Vu translated what the guy, because apparently this is from Vietnam, and he said the guy says, "What is this in the road?" And he said he sounds sincere. So
yeah, he says it questioningly and kind of a little bit like a question and kind of annoyed.
So I really think they came across somebody maybe pranking them. But as you notice, when they pass by, it looks like they're kind of embarrassed to be scared by it, and they kind of quiet down. I would like to recommend to everybody that I know it's fun to prank people, but maybe not do it in the road. If you look at our Blackburn ghost comments, you'll see a lot of people who are willing to run you over if you try something like this. So
don't pretend to be a gnome either around that one dude.
Yeah, my God.
Dude, that guy, calm down, man. I hope you don't have pets or children or friends. Honestly, who knows what a group of you could do.
I'm going to give the Ghost in the Road a 4 out of 7.
Yeah, 4 out of 7. I think that's fair.
Let's move on to Ghost, and this was suggested by Jamie Stewart.
Stewart!
The guy in the video says he recorded this with an early iPhone, and it's supposed to be like this shadow passing by, and it leaves a shadow on the roof, but that's not what I see at all. I see something being passed over him, like he's taking something like square and doing like this over his head. I think it's bullshit.
All I see when I look at it is a video quality that like Quake looks more realistic than this video right here. There's no way this is filmed with an early iPhone. Early iPhones have got to take better video than that.
Right. Well, I mean, that was what our boy Tristan said as well about his dad's video, was that the quality was so bad because it was early. I don't know if he said iPhone. He said it was one of the earlier phones.
Smartphones.
Yeah. And I don't think this video is nearly as good as our boy Tristan, so I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 7.
1 out of 7. I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Anyway, next one is Dan Bell's Shadow Ghost by Chuck Matz and Michael Palak.
This industrial building that once was and is no longer. And here it is. So let's just go have a quick look here. Maybe somebody can look this up on Google and fill us in on what it used to be. Here's a small hole. You can see more repulsive graffiti, and it's a shame because people are What is that?
This video is from Dan Bell, who is he explores abandoned places. And right away, I'm going to call shadow on this one, like a human shadow. And maybe a shadow that could have killed Dan Bell, which he is plenty familiar with. He recently explored an old abandoned hospital, and he got more than he bargained for.
Yo, you think this guy's sick with your ass? Fuck that. Fuck that. You might have my money on. I ain't playing with your dumb ass.
Please, leave. Please. Oh my God.
Dan Bell has seriously called into question about whether we should be exploring some of these old abandoned places.
Because we explored an old abandoned hospital
Yeah,
a while
that's
back.
exactly what we did. After watching this video, I'm surprised we didn't go with heavy ammunition. I'm going to give those an 8 out of 7. I think they're pretty scary. He had some creepy music to it, which kind of makes it feel a little bit more inauthentic, but I feel like that was like a real situation. Back to Shadow Ghost. I think it's his friend, Will, who you see in the beginning of the video. Just to make it clear, put on your headphones or turn the volume up. You can hear footsteps and gravel behind him.
Whole look into the place. And it's a shame.
There's someone walking behind him. You can hear it. There's no denying someone's walking behind him. He's stationary. It's not him. He says Will was 30 yards away, which I found odd anyway, why Will is so far away when they just start exploring. I don't know. There's something odd about it. It's weird that the footsteps stop whenever it goes back to the left.
Because people are... What is that?
Across the pillars, which makes me think that maybe there's some trickery afoot. And there's a buzzing sound in the audio, which is really strange. I've reasoned maybe it's possible that his friend Will could have been walking on gravel and then walked onto dirt, which you wouldn't hear the footsteps sound at that moment. Some people are saying it's going behind the pillar, but it doesn't go behind the pillar. It just kind of fades as it goes across. I got in a conversation with someone online who said there's no way that the shadow could happen inside the what are you doing?
I was trying to add some suspense.
That's a suspense. He was saying there's no way there could be a shadow because Dan's covering up the hole. But if light can get in there, a shadow can get in there. And when you see him back up from the window, the window's not that small.
I don't know. I do feel like that he might block enough of it that you couldn't get such a full-bodied shadow. I do believe it is just a shadow, but I don't have the explanation for how much light can get in there without seeing more of it. I don't do Apple products, but if someone in the comments was talking about iPhones, because he has, on this particular series, he films with only an iPhone. If there's an issue with iPhones and something with shadows, it sounds right that an Apple product should have a problem.
If we
and
can
I
find
saw
some
that
other
and I was like, there you go, Apple products have
Apple
problems.
products
That sounds exactly right.
If we can find some examples of a similar occurrence, we'll post it right here, and I'll just look like an idiot if that's what it is.
It would probably affect the entire screen, not create a shadow that looks so much like a person. So I don't think that's the explanation. Just throwing it out there.
3 out of 7 on that one.
I'll give it a 4 out of 7 just because it's not that bad. You know what? I'm going to give it an Android out of 7.
We have a possessed baby, suggested by the fisherman and Flo Guglielmetti. This is uploaded by Chris and Keelan Chronicles, and they said this is not their child in the video, but it does make you wonder whose kid this is, if it's not theirs.
A friend, relative, family member?
Yeah,
like
I'm
that?
guessing a friend wanted to show this video, but they didn't want to, seem like a monster by posting like a video of their kid suffering. So he sent it to somebody else so they could, so people could see how much of an Olympian this kid is. Just the feeling of it feels so staged. Even paranormal investigators are skeptical. As you can see some of their comments right here, they're talking about how it doesn't look like the mouth doesn't match the audio, which is something you pointed out as well.
Oh, I don't think the mouth matches the audio at all. And with the horrible ruckus sound that this kid is making, just wailing and caterwauling all over the goddamn place in this room, I feel like there should be more body language to match it. I see a lot of kids every day cutting up and being just all over the fucking place because their parents won't keep hold of them because I work in a toy store. They are a lot more animated whenever they're squalling all over the place.
No, I felt like he was pretty animated. He's trying to get up. He sounds like he's struggling to get up off the to the crib. He points out how you can't see him say the word mommy and like his mouth's moving, but the artifacts are so bad. Like I can definitely buy that maybe they put an audio clip over this baby. The artifacts are so bad you wouldn't be able to tell whether he's saying anything at all.
Which would be typical of a monitor, like a baby monitor.
Yeah, and maybe to cover up the fact that he's not, the audio doesn't match. But you know what? I'm gonna go against the grain and I'm gonna say that I think there's something real about this video. I think that maybe this is a kid climbing this thing and climbing up on the crib. I don't think it's a possessed kid. This is probably not a baby. This is a toddler. If you watch part 2 of the video, this kid has the ability to stand.
He looks a bit big for the crib.
He does look pretty big for the crib.
He should probably be in a toddler bed by that point.
It's probably like a 7-year-old.
That seems excessive.
That's excessive. If you look at the baby's crib, the edge doesn't look that thin. So if this kid can stand, I think it's reasonable to believe that maybe this kid could get up there and stand up on it. I wasn't sure about the glowing eyes at first, but when we did our infrared eyes, our eyes kind of glowed a little bit.
Frequently, if they have video baby monitors, they have night vision on them that's going to use infrared, and it does that kind of thing. But I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility that the kid could climb up on that and stand up. Yes, it would be a bit remarkable of a feat of agility and dexterity for a child that young, but it's not impossible. Like, way weirder things have happened. There is something weird and staged about it, kind of, but
it feels staged.
If it is an actual kid in there, it's hard to get kids to go along and do something you want them to do and act.
That's true, yeah.
So maybe he's a great actor too. He's the next miracle kid.
And even his fall looks like it's like he could do some flips in the Olympics. So this kid is just ready. And I think that was just so amazing and so just great that I think the uploaders were like, this is too amazing. No one's going to believe this. We might as well make it a possessed kid and make some revenue off of this. You know, I am fighting my urge to say this is fake, but I don't know. I feel like 6 out of 7 is too high. Maybe a 5.5 out of 7.
I was thinking 5 out of 7.
I guess that's it. That's all the ghosts we got this time. Did you stand up and walk by?
Quit dicking around in the fridge. We don't keep bananas in the freezer. Actually, we do because we freeze them and make smoothies with them.
Anyway, that's Nathan. Everybody, he didn't want to be. He wasn't feeling too good, so he's not in this episode. But he says hi. Don't you say hi, Nathan? You.
Damn, Nathan grew up.
Nathan grew up. Anyway, that's all the ghosts we got. We want to give you a whole bunch of ghosts. Next month we'll be doing fan recaps. We will still look for something new, but sometimes we only find like 1 or 2, so we'll probably put 1 or 2 in there. But we will also be covering your videos and things that you are suggesting, and also have lists throughout the month that are also covering your stuff. We'll still be going ghost hunting. Hopefully soon we'll actually go on a real ghost hunt. It should be fun.
First up next list though is just one that we had to do.
AJ saw Critical's Finger Family video and he wants to cover a whole bunch of disturbing kids channels, so that's what's going on there.
We're gonna finger bang this situation wide open.
That's all the ghosts this time. We hope you join us next time for some Finger Family fun, and we hope that that sounds horrible, but we hope to see you next time for that. Later.
There's way more than Finger Family there.